What's up, guys? Back out with the follow-up video after that crash video. Said I'd make a video about the GRPs and how I figured out how to eliminate this from happening. This happened at 128 miles an hour, and how do I had known that these belts inside here actually break, and prior to them grenading. And with these ones, these were the ones, this was a set that was on that car in that crash and on the 150 mile an hour pass. And you know, after, when I was running these tires, the car kept all of a sudden started pulling to the right, and I kept adjusting the suspension and steering trim, thinking it was that, and then all of a sudden it grenaded. And I just thought to myself, okay, well, I got a bad tire. I bought the new rigid style rim and love them. They're great, they're awesome. These older ones have like 30 passes on them, and I just didn't know, I didn't know when everybody says they'll blow out on you and the glue breaks. As you can see, this is separated on the side here. There's no glue there anymore. You know, I was running them, didn't know, and so grenaded, bought a new set. I was like, great, they worked awesome. You didn't have to balance them like these other ones. There's like a ton of golf tape in some of these, especially this one, to help balance them. That's how I balance them, lead weight golf tape. And so essentially this is how I figured out. What I was left with was like tires that looked perfectly fine, but my car was taking off and veering off to the left. And like I said, I mark them all front left. This is the left rear. But this is essentially what I figured out, what I found after that run. And you can see everything is moving on the table. There's vibration, and you know, it's just a wicked vibration that you have with the tire. And everything, the glue is still on it, but that belt, that Kevlar belt inside, is broken inside these tires. That's what my assumption is. I mean, obviously I'm not dissecting it, or don't have any way of dissecting it to figure that out, but if you look at it, it's perfectly fine. And I'll put one of these were the front right, these were the ones that were on the right side of the car. And I found this, I just used a tire trailer. I'm like, let me just spin them up on there and see what happens, because I know when you have an unbalanced one, it causes a vibration. And I understand, you know, these rigid ones are balanced, and they were perfectly fine. I checked them when I got them, and they were perfectly balanced prior to, you know, that crash. And if you notice this one, nothing is moving on the table. There's no vibration, no noise. It runs perfectly true. This tire wouldn't cause you to veer off to the right or to the left. I mean, to me, that's a plain as day answer to, you know, what I was running into with these tires and what to look for. You know, your car starts pulling to the left, and you're like, oh, I just got to adjust the steering. And if you're running GRPs, you know, I noticed up to about 142 miles an hour. Because I was running the car with these on there, trying to get the car to 150 miles an hour. And those passes at 150 were on these rims thanks to SMC batteries. I have to say that. I mean, I got stuck at 142 and could not get past it, and I threw a set of SMC batteries in there, and bam, first pass out was 151 miles an hour. I was blown away. I was like, holy, they're awesome batteries. But you know, after I crashed the car and I'm like, what is going on? This is how I figured it out. And like I said, there's nothing visibly wrong with these tires to say, you know, oh, it's a bad tire. But after, you know, I took them off, and you spin up the two on the left and it's pulling to the left, you know, you just say, okay, well, that's your answer. I bought another set, and like I said, the SMC batteries, I got it up to 150. This set has like 3 or 4 runs on them. And you know, on one video that's not up yet, my brother gets in the car, he goes, dude, did that thing just fly off into the woods? I'm like, no, I saved it. I was like, but I think I just blew out the GRPs again. And you know, me now knowing this, my limit for these things, 140, 145, you know, You might get a couple good passes, but you never know when these things are going to break. I mean, and it's violent. Like, the car will be going perfectly straight and it'll just take off. I mean, and hopefully you can save it, but when that happens, you'll know. I mean, like I said with this one, the car kept pulling, and I'm like, what is going on with my car? And what, I just thought it was me. I thought it was adjustments, or it was losing adjustment or something. But here, it was a bad tire, and that belt must have broken, and I just kept running until it actually just exploded on me, basically. So I just wanted to, you know, throw this video out there. Maybe it'll help somebody else out before catastrophic failure, or before they go and crash their car like I did on that video. You know, something to look for before, you know, you have to spend more money on fixing your car, you know, because you don't know. And that's essentially what I ran into. I had to basically start running foams with the open wheel, and after that I crashed the car even like 4 or 5 more times because of the foams and not having enough downforce, is what I figured out. So that's why my 1650 car is going to be getting a McLaren body put on it, so that I can run the foams and get it up past 150, hoping to break my PB of 151 miles an hour. And now my new GoPro, I'll be taking some videos of that and seeing how that goes with that body. And yeah, stay tuned for more. If you like the video, if it helps you out, like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back out with some more speed runs. And yeah, this is what I found. Hopefully it helps. Thanks for watching.